Starting today, a federal appeals court will be the first to look at President Trump's revised travel ban. That'll happen today. That order bans foreign nationals from these countries from entering the U.S. for 90 days. James Rosen outside the courthouse, Richmond, Virginia for more. And James, good morning there. Lay out the arguments. What case will each side make today?
Bill, good morning to you as well. The arguments that we'll hear today will be well familiar to anyone who has been following this story since President Trump rolled out his first version of his executive order on immigration policy 1 week into his presidency. With that order halted by the courts, however, President Trump issued a revised version of it in early March, and it too has been blocked by federal district judges, this time in Maryland and Hawaii. The arguments here at the appellate level, one rung below the Supreme Court, boil down to refugees and civil liberties groups contending that the president is seeking to enforce a religious ban that targets Muslims. The president, the Secretary of Homeland Security, and the Department of Justice contend that the revised order is based solely on the president's executive authority over immigration policy and his concern for national security. Quote, during the campaign, he repeatedly called for a shutdown of Muslims entering the United States on the rationale that Islam hates us, write the plaintiffs in a brief that was filed last month. He claimed that Muslim immigrants represent an extraordinary influx of hatred and danger coming into our country. After the election, President-elect Trump was asked if he still planned to implement some form of a Muslim ban. He responded, "You know my plans all along. I've proven to be right, 100% correct." In their reply brief, DOJ lawyers countered. Plaintiffs argue that two ambiguous remarks by the president, one before he took office, signal an improper motive. These include his statement at signing that we all know what that means, and his pre-inauguration statement that you know my plans. Attempting to glean official government purpose from such cryptic offhand remarks, the Department of Justice contended, requires precisely the type of judicial psychoanalysis that previous case law forecloses. Now, it is rare that all 14 judges of this appellate court sit en banc and hear a case like this together. It is rarer still that the audio from the oral arguments will be transmitted live via C-SPAN, streamed from inside the courtroom. The official title for this case is International Refugee Assistance Project versus Trump. Back to you, Bill.
Thank you, James.